In this problem, we're told to find the following for path A in figure 2.71. A, the distance traveled, B, the magnitude of displacement from start to finish, and C, the displacement from start to finish. So I went ahead and drew here the figure, right? And we're focusing on path A here. And so what you should notice about path A is that it's going to start here at 0, right? So it's going to start at 0, and then it's going to go all the way, and then this looks to be about 7. So it's going to go from 0 to 7. And so now that we know that, let's just go ahead and start with each question. So for A, we're trying to find the distance. And so what distance is, it's basically the length of the path, or like the length of this line, right? So the length of the path or that something travels. So in this case, we know that it's going to go from 0 to 7. So if we look at the length of this, it goes from 0 to 7. So we know distance is going to be equal to 7, right? Because it's going to be 7 long. So basically this is in meters, right? So it's going to be 7 meters. That's what A is going to be. And so for B, it's going to be a little bit different. So B is talking about displacement. Now what displacement is, we generally refer to it as delta x. So delta x, what it is, it's x final minus x initial. And so what this is, or what displacement is, it's basically the final position where it ends versus the starting position. So x final is end versus or minus the initial position or the starting position. So if we look at our line here, right, so notice it's going to start at 0. So its starting position is 0 while its final position is 7. So if we solve for the displacement or delta x, it's going to be the final position, which is at 7, minus the initial position, which is at 0. So if you do 7 minus 0, it's just going to be 7. So the displacement or delta x is just going to be equal to 7 meters. And they also say the magnitude. And when they say to take the magnitude, basically what they're referring to is the absolute value. So whenever they say magnitude, just take the absolute value of it. In this case, it's going to be positive. And when you take the absolute value of a positive number, nothing changes. So your answer to B is just going to be 7 meters. Right? And then for C, what they want us to find is the displacement from start to finish. And so they're basically asking the same exact thing in C as they were in B. So you just want to take the displacement again. So it's just going to be x final minus x initial, right? So delta x is going to be equal to the final, which is 7, minus the initial, which is 0. And so 7 minus 0 is just going to be 7. But they also want you to put the plus sign. And the reason that is because we're not taking the magnitude. So you want to refer to the direction. It just specifies the plus, which means to the right. So basically, in this case, delta x, right, or the displacement is plus 7 meters. So this is going to be your answer for A. This is B. This is C. And yeah, so these are going to be your answers. And hopefully you found this useful.